Hey there, New Wavers. On today's show, we're going to talk about Michael Hutchence, the lead singer of INXS, and I'm going to tell you about 8 songs you may not know were written about him. I started listening to INXS in 1984 when I was 14 years old. And while I loved the band, I was most intrigued by Michael himself. Now, I was also one of those kinds of fans. You know, the kind that pinned posters to their bedroom walls. In fact, INXS was probably one of the first new wave bands I ever listened to. As lead singer of INXS, one of the most cherished rock bands to emerge out of the 1980s Australian music scene, Michael Hutchence threw himself into pretty much everything he did. Michael was a singer, a songwriter, a poet, and an actor. When it came to Michael, his charisma on stage, baritone voice, and smooth dance moves hooked me. I remember that fateful day vividly, the day that I heard Michael had died, and it hit me like a ton of bricks. I couldn't believe he had taken his own life. Michael was more than just a sex symbol. He eventually became a cult hero. His creative energy and musical prowess continues to live on today. And now I'm going to talk about 8 songs that were specifically written about him by other pretty famous musicians. The first song is Stuck in a Moment You Can't Get Out of by U2. The song was inspired by a fictional conversation Bono had with Michael about suicide. It's no secret Bono and Michael were good friends in the early 90s. The next song is Bittersweet Goodbye by Kylie Minogue. Kylie and Michael dated for 2 years between 1989 and 1991. To this day, Kylie talks about the great love she had for Michael and recalls how heartbreaking it was for her when the couple decided to part ways. The next song is Private Man by Powderfinger. Powderfinger was an Australian rock band who formed in 1989 and were in many respects lesser-known contemporaries of INXS. Private Man captures the tragedy of Hutchence's death in a poignant way. The next song is Sacred and Profane by Berlin. Berlin's lead singer Terry Nunn and Michael had a brief romantic relationship in the early 80s. During an interview with Nunn, she described what it was like attending an early INXS concert in London at the time. Next is the song This Is It by The Church. Fellow countrymen The Church recorded This Is It a year after Hutchence's death. Tragic, sad, and on point, the band claims the song reflected what may have been going through Hutchence's head the day of his suicide, including a hint of his rumored autoerotic asphyxiation with the lyric, "Yeah, he came and went." Next is the song Shame by the Smashing Pumpkins. Singer-songwriter Billy Corgan has talked about the message behind this song publicly while performing or being interviewed a lot over the years. And in some respects, the meaning of the song has been applied to a variety of different things since its release. But in 2017, while talking to Billboard magazine, he admitted to writing it about Michael because he felt Michael's death and contribution to music was minimized. So we're down to our final 2 songs. And the next song I'm going to talk about, God's Top 10, was written by Andrew Ferris, INXS's guitar player and fellow songwriter. Ferris wrote this song as a gift from Michael's daughter, Tiger Lily. The final song, Michael, You've Got a Lot to Answer For, was written by Duran Duran. What makes this song different than the ones mentioned above is that this song was released before he died. Simon Le Bon told Q magazine, the song was released shortly before Michael's death and was about Michael being a naughty boy. I hope you enjoyed today's show, and I want to encourage you to please subscribe to the channel and like this video.